Hello coders. Today is another day. Yeah. I've come up with a challenge. It's just a CSS styling challenge that beginners or intermediates can test themselves their CSS skills particularly. So yeah, it's just a basic, but you'll have to just think a little bit on how these are aligned. There's no graphic over here. It's not this is not Photoshop. It's exactly using HTML and CSS particularly styling. So this is just a challenge to test your styling skills. Yeah, and just a tip: when you're given a challenge, just try to visualize it before doing it, before diving into it. Yeah, here you can see that these are perfectly aligned, so that's something to note. Yeah, and you can just assume these are div, and this is also a div, and also these are divs, and also the image is contained in a div. Knowing that, it will be easier to code. So let's dive into it right in. Yeah, let's do it. This is my HTML file and this is my CSS file. I've already linked them. This is my CSS, and yeah, so let's just do .home, and over here we're going to type in some basic styles that should be maintained. Padding 0, padding 0. The body section, we're going to use just a standard sans serif. Now here goes .home. Position is relative. The minimum height is 100 viewport height, and now the background, I'll use a linear gradient to right hash 456 456. Yeah, this is the document we're using. Yeah, there you go. Now the next thing is we're going to start with this white background over here. Yeah, so let's do it. We're going to call it /. Yeah, it's a slash basically. Copy /. Position is absolute. Let's give it a top of 20% and a right of 40%. It's going to have a background obviously of white background. Oops. Oh, here's a dollar background of white. Oh, then give it a width nor a height. Let's give it a height of 50 viewport height and a width of 100 pixels. There we go. Now we'll have to rotate this div and extend also its height, so I can be just slanting the way that is. So first of all, going to increase the width, I think, to maybe 250. No, that's too big. 200. Yeah, 150. Yes. And the next thing now we're going to do is transform rotate 35 degrees. Yeah, that's it. Now what we're going to do next is put an overflow hidden over here. Overflow hidden. Yeah, like that. And we'll have to reduce this a width. I think it's too large. Yeah, that's much better. And let's translate it white to -50%. See where it goes. Okay, -10. Okay, -80. Why isn't it working? 10%. -20%. Okay, great. There we go. We have our slanting white background. Now let's do this first. This orange background over here. Yeah, we're going to put it right in and call it /b, and copy, then paste, home, okay, and it's also position absolute. It will have a top of 10%, a right of 0, a background of orange. Yeah, basically might have to reduce that opacity of the background. Width will give it 50 pixels and a height of 500 pixels. Now let's see how that, wow, look at that. Yeah, I think the orange color is fine. Yeah, we can go with it. Yeah, it's basically that. Now let's go to these other slanting. No, this is not slanting, it's just horizontally aligned. Let's do it. I think it's going to be, we can call it /c, copy and paste it here, dot and then paste. It's also position absolute. Top will be 7%, right is obviously 0, and now the width is 26. Let's give it a 26 viewport width and a height of 50 pixels, the background of orange. Yeah, there we go. Now next is we need to bring it down a little bit. Now what we can do is add to the top percentage 7.3. yeah, now we need to also bring it further to the left. Yeah, we need to add some width to it, so let's add some 0.32. yeah, and also now let's bring it a little bit down. These are challenges, these are CSS challenge, so don't worry, this is how challenges are. 7.7, 7.8, 8%. I think it's a bit perfect. Now what we need to add here is, yeah, 26.4. yeah, now that's looking good. As you can see, there's no, it's perfect. So now let's go on and do this over here. Don't mind the color doesn't matter. It's just a challenge. What we need to see is this, how it's graphically designed. So yeah, let's continue with this other div. We're going to call it ./d. yeah, copy, paste it over here. It's also position absolute. We're going to give it a right percentage of 35%, a bottom percentage of 16%, a height of 400 pixels, and a width of 50 pixels. The background, of course, of orange. Yeah, look at that. Now what we need to do is transform, rotate. We want to also rotate it at 35 degrees, but now this time we're going to give it a negative. Yeah, that's how it is. Now in this button we're going to give it a negative %2. yeah, that's it. And adjust now we need to also adjust now the alignment so that it can perfectly align. What we're going to play around with these percentages over here. We're going to give a negative 35.6 and 16.5. now just a little bit of perfection. Yeah, 16.9 maybe. Yeah, I think it's perfectly aligned. What do you think? As we do 17, it will... Oh, now that's more like it. What's remaining now? The only thing remaining is these white labelings over here. Now we can use just the after. It's a challenge. It's not something not like a website. It's also position absolute. Give a content of nothing. A width of what width can we give it? 200 pixels. Yeah. A height of 25 pixels. Half what it has, and a background of white. Not here, but here. /d after. Also a right of 0. Right is 0. And what I should have done is given it 25 pixels and a height of 200 pixels. Yeah, that's what I should have done. We'll give it a top of 20%. Yeah, look at that. What we can do is give it a extend the 20%, or give it 20% and extend the width. Remember, the overflow of the larger container is hidden, so there's no restriction in whatever you're doing. Yeah, now what we need to do is give it a 30% maybe, so you can leave it go down. These are, oh no, it was perfect the way it was. What we need to do is just add a border radius of 1 rem. Yep. Now let's go to this, and now this we can start with the /c dot /c dot after. Position is absolute, content is right is 0. The height this time round is 25 pixels. The width is 100 pixels. The background is white. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is not bottom. We'll give it a bottom of 0. Yep. Now what we need to do is just give it a border radius of 1 rem to the top, 0 to the right, 0 to the bottom, and 1 rem to the left. Yep. Can add the width. Oh, there will be too much. 150 maybe. Yeah. Look at that. Now at /b, we're also going to add some styling to the white background. Nope. Yep. To after. Position is as well absolute. Content is none. Yeah. Top. Let's give it a top of 20%. A right of 0%, 0, and yeah, a background of white. Then what else is needed? What else? A height of 200 pixels and a width of 25 pixels. Let's see how that turns out. Okay, it should be maybe 250. Yep. Now what's remaining is the border radius, that is 1 rem. Yeah, look at that. Now let's add this logo over here, and there's and then the text. So that's simple. Just come here, dot logo. It will have an A, which is index of HTML Hamilton. Yeah, let's now take the logo class dot logo. Position is absolute. Top is 3%, and from the left it's 3%. Height is 100 pixels. and the width is also 100 pixels, and let's give a border of 1 pixel solid white so we can see where it is. Look at that. Now let's place them. Let's display grid. We are going to place the A index at the middle, so place items center. There we go. We're going to use dot logo A. Text decoration is none, and let's give it a font size of 4 rem, a color of white. Oops, that's too much. 2 rem, indeed. Look at that. We should also add a font weight of maybe 600. Yep, now we can get rid of the border in the logo section. Yeah, there you go. Let's add some dot text as a h2 tag which says Hamilton, the to be 7-time world champion. Hamilton, comma, the to be. Then here is a span, I think. That's span. Oops, what did I do? Span 7. In between here we have these curly braces. 7-time world champion, world champion. And guys, subscribe. Yeah, now let's take the dot text. Position is absolute. Top is maybe 10%. Let's give it a 15%. The right is 3%, and let's just copy these and paste it here. Oh, look at that. Top right 3%. No, this is left 3%. Now going to add the top. Yep, now all we need to add is a width of 500 pixels and a height of 600 maybe. Nope, it'll have a height of 400 indeed, and a width of 300. No, I think the 500 is quite okay. Yeah, 500 is quite fun. Let's give it a padding of 1 rem. Yep, now dot text h2, font size is maybe 4 rem. Yeah, look at that. And also give it a color of white. Going to also give it a line height of 2. Look at that. Does it matter? No, not at all. It's a challenge. Yeah, I think it's perfect. What do you think? Now the text h2 then span, it'll have a orange color orange. Yeah, there we go. I think what we need to do is just add a spacing, a little bit of spacing over there. Okay, that didn't go as well, did it? Yeah, 7-time to be world champion, and then finally we're just going to add a text transform, capitalize. Indeed, now I think it's one and the same, Hamilton. Now the final div is the image with the Hamilton image. I already have the image over here. It's in the images folder. Here it is. So that's a div. Let's just put it over here. Dot image div. Then it will contain the image from the images folder. That's the image div. Let's copy that and just come and put it right here above the logo. Yeah, let's give it a width of 500 pixels and a height of 600 pixels. Yeah, a border of 1 pixel solid white. Let's first be conservative and leave the image out of these first of all. Now let's give it a position absolute at top of maybe 50% and a right of 0%. Yeah, okay, let's translate it to negative 50%. Okay, do you see it? Yeah, now it's right there. That won't go quite well. What we can do is just give it a 40%, maybe 20. Okay, 10%. Okay, I think we'll just play around with the translate y, because we can. Yeah, we can give it a negative 40 to just, yeah, look at that. Now let's bring in the image and see how it goes. Wow, what we need to do, as you can see, it's well overboard. Just give it an object fit. Let's give it a width of 100%, height 100%, an object fit of cover. Yeah, look at that. Now what's remaining? You can see the image is right behind these other divs. So what we can do, is, and I think, yeah, maybe 40, maybe 39%, because no, 41%, not 39. Yeah, so what we can do is just add a z index to these. Just, yeah, you can say that this has a z index of 1, and now just add a z index that is more to the others. You can start with the z index over here of 2. Yeah, it will come like that. Now the /c, also add the z index of 2 like that. Now the final one, which is d, z index of 2. Yeah, now the next thing is to remove the border over there. Yeah, and now reduce the width over here, which is 500. Let's do 490. Yeah, 490 is better. Now the next challenge over here is the color. You have to find the color matching the image background. So yeah, I leave that to you. You can play around with these colors over here and come up with a color that is quite consistent with the image that you're going to use in your, oh, what did I do? Yeah, come up with, find a color that is consistent with the image background that you're going to use over there, like that, and add that to that. What is not happening? Yeah, let me think something is not quite right over here. Adding like that, and come over here and add. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now this is too dark. What you need to do is just find the right color. I could do this all day. So I think I'll leave that challenge to you, but yeah, you can just play around with the colors and find the perfect color for that fits the image background, that correlates with the image background. So yeah, that's the challenge. It's done. What we need to do next is just remove the logo border. Yeah, and the challenge is done. Look at that, the challenge is already done. Now, as I said, this styling will differ from your computer, the screen, the type of screen that you'll be using. So yeah, so long as you come up with something that is similar to what you can see over here, then it's well and good. So subscribe, hit the like button if you like the content. Yeah, show some love, and let's see each other in the next challenge, in the next video.